Hi everybody. So today I'm going to turn this package of hamburger that my husband found for me into some canned meatloaf. So I thought I would do it. I've done this video before, but I'm going to make it a little bit different this time. And I've got onion and celery already chopped up. Pretty small. That's a celery and the onion. Then I have my seasonings here. My breadcrumbs. I have some breadcrumbs. You can use any kind of breadcrumb you have available. And a little bit of milk. So if you can, and it's in your budget, I would get extra meat when you can. And if you don't have the freezer space, I don't have the freezer space, can it if you're a canner. I'm gonna wash my hands. Got to get dinner started too. And I have some Italian style smoked sausage that I'm going to do probably in a separate video, but they may fit in the pot with these. I don't know. So I'm going to add, I was going to measure 3/4 of a cup to start with of breadcrumbs. I'm going to add a tablespoon, of onion powder, two teaspoons of garlic salt, and just sprinkle your favorite all-purpose seasonings. That's some complete seasoning, Badia, a teaspoon, and that is a teaspoon. I could do that for you and show you right here in the middle of your hand. It's a teaspoon. Just curl your hand like that. I'm gonna add some pepper, and the salts are and peppers to your taste. That was about a teaspoon. I gotta get dinner started too. But yeah, if you can get an extra package of meat here and there. I got some thighs that I leg quarters, leg thighs. At Aldi, they were 10 pounds for $4.99. You grab you one of those, and you can either bone it and can it in chicken chunks, and then you can make broth with the bone. And do what you can right now. It won't hurt, you'll eat it anyway. It's just my suggestion. So I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of milk, and you can add that straight to your breadcrumbs if you want. And I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to add my celery and onion, and I'm probably going to have to put my hand in there, you guys. It might have to be done, or I'm just going to be flinging it. I'm going to get it all mixed up. You could use bell pepper, your favorite meatloaf recipe. And then when I heat this up, you know, if I have tomato jam, onion jam, I'll slice it up. You want to use wide mouth jars, so either the 1.5 jars or the wide mouth pint jars. Even if you use the wide mouth quart jars, there's that shoulder on the jar and you just won't be able to really get it out of there. If you do the 1.5, those would be for the same time as a quart. And pints are 75 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand in there. I need to just get in there. Make sure you get your breadcrumbs mixed in. Your seasoning. Breadcrumbs in the bottom there. Your vegetable that you put in there will add moisture to your meatloaf. And you just slide it out of the jar, and I heat it up in a skillet, and then whatever topping you want. Do ketchup and brown sugar, barbecue sauce, onion jam, bacon jam, tomato jam. That's what I used the last time, was tomato jam. And we don't have any more meatloaf. My husband likes the meatloaf. It is softer. Any beef crumble you do is going to be softer than normal. If you want this to be firmer, you could add some ground pork to it. But it will be soft. When people ask, you know, what's in Hormel chili and stuff, there probably could be some TVP in there, but that's just how hamburger gets. So you're going to pack your jar really tight. Get in there. Stuff it in. You can also do meatballs. I've done meatballs and put them in raw in the jars with some onion. Or you can brown them off, however you like. What are you doing, Rocky? I'm sorry if you hear the washing machine. My husband's doing laundry. And we're just gonna pack these to 1 inch of headspace. And then we'll wipe our rims with vinegar. And I'll go around and look for any air pockets. Now if you want, you can do this like you would Spam and use a chopstick and make a hole down the center if you like. That's what you do with the homemade Spam when you can it. You cook it in the jar as well. I did find an 8-pack of canned tuna on Amazon today for $5.96. You might want to check that out. Get some non-perishable canned items with meat on Amazon. If you're patient, you'll find some deals. And that's all you do, guys. Go around. If you see any pockets, mush it in. Don't worry about it being perfect. So there you go. Inch headspace. And I'm going to do the rest of my jars, and then I'll be back when we're wiping the rims. Okay, so have all of our jars. I've got 5 here. And I've got enough. Yes, please. I've got enough for 1.5 pints. So I'll do that with the sausages. We're just going to clean those rims. Vinegar's the best thing to get the grease. Puppies cleaned up. You want to make sure you get a good seal. Don't want to risk losing any food these days. And if it doesn't seal, don't fret. Just put it in the refrigerator after it cools. And let it cool. And have it for dinner. Go around again, just to make sure. See? You can kind of tell when it's just right. I think my voice sounds terrible because I have the allergies. Okay. Sorry, that was tedious, wasn't it? Put on your lids. I think, unless I have another, I think I do. The only ball lids I think I have now are the ones that come on the jars. The rest are from Lehman's. And I hope my new order are as good as the previous. This is a Lehman flat. Okay. Get our canner. There's our canner. Add my jars. And I'm going to add some empty jars with water in them. And that'll just help it from siphoning. Here's a jar of water, and then we need 3 quarts of water. One more quart. Okay. Now you want to match your arrows. So you have an arrow on your lid and an arrow on your handle. Match that up. Lock it. When you have steam coming out of here for 10 minutes, this will pop up, this will pop up, and then when you have steam coming out for 10 minutes, put your weight on for your area. If you're 1,000 feet or below, it's 10 pounds of pressure, and 1,100 and up is 15 pounds of pressure. You can look it up for your area and Google to see what your altitude is. So yeah, when that's vented for 10 minutes, put your weight on. When the weight starts to move, set your timer for 75 minutes, and I will see you guys when these are coming out. Okay guys, we're gonna unload this. Get my grabbers, and we want to, I took the weight off, turn it, lift up away from you so you don't get steamed out. It's very hot. Just had the fire department here. I set off the smoke alarm. Here we go. You can hear it sizzling. This was ground chuck, so it had some fat. And with meatloaf, just is what it is with meatloaf. But those empty jars filled with water, they prevent you from having siphoning and things like that if your canner's not full. So I got 5 pints, and I have 1.5 pints to go in another batch. So yeah, I had the fire department here. I guess if you want to get some cute guys to the house, smoke out your kitchen. So there's our meatloaf. You see that? And if you have any questions, post them down below. Stay safe, stay well, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.